Okay, so to begin with, you've got your up-to-date design, your masthead, your main topic, and list pages all in there. I am going to put those all in a group. Drag down to the group layer there, and then change that to design. And I'm going to then create a new folder, name that Reds. And then within this new Reds group folder, I'm going to create a rectangle that has a fill of white. Make sure I've got white there. There we go. And then I'm going to just create a layer between our shape here. Be a layer which will be a whiteout. And I can then bring back the fill on this. So this way I will create a slight buffer between the red lines and the design. This way I can establish the design underneath and have the lines above, and there won't be too much confusion with information. This fill can be adjusted later as I please, but once the to begin with, I'll leave it around 70. I'm going to select that, and I'll just leave that selected. Next thing I'm going to do then is create a new folder that should drop in right above that layer. Name that Lines. I'm going to keep that folder selected, and actually I should probably save this. So I'll go ahead and save, and we're all good. Okay. Now I've got my wireframe, the main page wireframe opened here. And in this particular, I'm going to only need the actual wireframe itself. I don't need anything else to make sure that I can actually just select those items with minimal amount of effort, and make sure that the only thing that is visible here is the main wireframe. Then I'm up here in the layer panel where it says kind. This kind there. I'm going to select the filter for shape layers. That will now, in my layer panel, I can now only show the shapes. In this case, the shapes I want are the ones with the solid eye. The rest of these faded ones we can ignore. So at this point here, all the way up to here, if I hold down the Shift key, I can select all of these. Once they're all selected, I can right-click on any one of those and get Duplicate Layers. In the Duplicate Layers dialog box, I'm going to go with Destination here. What I'm going to do is tell it to go send it off to my design file. Click OK there. And you should see now that the lines are done. I'm done with this file. I'm going to go ahead and don't save and close that out. You'll now notice that I've got all these guys in here. I'm going to drag them into the lines folder. So now that they are in the lines there, that's nice. They're all selected. Again, I'll select them once more. I will get the shape tool, which will allow me in the option bar, because of the shape tool, these are shapes, I can then change the stroke color to red. And if I don't have it, there's my red there. That's what I want. And I'm going to go ahead and change this number to 1, because they don't really have to be that big. And hit return. And now all my lines should be in red. To see that, I'm going to go ahead and view and turn off my guides for a moment. And sure enough, those are all my beginning of my wireframe. Now at this point, I need to then note that some of these need to be reconfigured or otherwise dealt with. So to do that, I can select any one of these, in this case the logo. I should turn on my grid here so I can see what. And I'm going to zoom into this area right up here. In this case, I've got my maybe a little bit. Got my logo box. I can get my move tool over here and edit, free transform, or Control T. I got my little handlebars there, and I can actually then move this in here, and I can note what the numbers on the little corner there. If I grab a corner, though, it'll give me, that's probably a good number, 64. Drop it in there, 60, and out to somewhere about there. That should be good enough. Well, I can actually just drop it right in there exactly. So that's placed. Got my first little line in there. What do you know? Using that. So other other elements. I got my utility, edit, free transform. It also I can use that. That element there, and once I can duplicate that element and move it over, and Control T there to make that one bigger. And I've got one, well, make that much a little bit better than that. So again, Control T and line that up there. And then I could create another, get the move, the shape tool over here, make sure the stroke is that, and I can create another little box over my little up there. Again, I can go down to my menu area there. I've got some items here that I need to account for. So again, I can go in and adjust all those. So at a certain point, I will add and also go definitely down in this area here and fix any elements that need to be adjusted. Oh, actually, that was not what that needed to be. Anything that needed to be adjusted and or accounted for. Especially down in this area, it looks like there's a lot of things that need to be dealt with. So I can then use all these different elements to, and again, make sure all the other major elements that you have within your design need to be accounted for. So as those add up, again, I would make sure that you create them in a lines folder like this, and you can add those as you go. All right, so ends the first part of this